if you talk about Palestine and they automatically label you as an anti-Semite, or they get uncomfortable when you talk about Israel, you know, it's weird. It's a bad vibe we get from you sometimes. Why do you talk so much about Israel? Like, what the fuck, gang? You get uncomfortable when we mention the name Israel because why? Every time like Zionism is looked upon, frowned upon, you get uncomfortable. Who the fuck cares about you being fucking comfortable? There's Palestinian people fucking dying. There's Palestinian children getting vaporized by Israeli missiles. They're morons. Or they know exactly what they're doing and they're like very collaborationist and they want to uphold this imperial system because they don't care about brown people, right? It seems that there's a lot of people who hear Israel and they become like philo-Semitic. It's like they uphold the idea of like Jewish people being superior or like a special group of people. And this is what fucking anti-Semitism is. In the sense that you claim that fucking Jews control everything and it's good, right? Just fucking have principles and realize that the problem right here isn't the Jews like the Nazis say. It's not that the woke leftists are being mean to the Israelis. It's not some fucking crazy ideas from individuals in positions of power. The problem is capitalism. You see fucking monsters like Epstein, like, oh my god, it's making me numb. All the people, especially like far righters, right-wingers, who see the Epstein stuff, and they're like, you guys, we were right the whole time, the Jews control the media. Jeffrey Epstein helped create Paul. That served this like fucking anti-Semitic and far-right rhetoric all these fucking years to distract the working class from class struggle. It's fucking simple. They wanted to hold on to power, onto their capital. They wanted to keep perpetrating these fucking injustices. It's capitalism at the root of this, right? So here's the thing. Like there are various factors right here. Quebec is insanely complicit in the Israeli genocide of the Palestinian people. Quebec has private enterprises supplying weapons, shells, ammo to Israel. Mostly in Saint-Hubert. There is General Dynamics supplying parts for bombs built in the US sent to Israel to vaporize Palestinian children. In Saint-Hubert, there's also companies training IDF agents, or IDF soldiers, sorry, or terrorists, whatever you want to call them. Very, very complicit. And there are loopholes in Canadian law that allow private companies to support this genocide. And like, one thing's for sure, it's incredibly hard in Canada to oppose these subversive militarist policies. I last October 7th, I like when they, okay, I am the communications officer, whatever, for my student union, and we launched a call for like a extraordinary general assembly on October 5th, 2025, and the vote passed, and we had a strike, student strike, on October 6th and 7th. So October 6th and 7th, we were on strike, and we made very explicit demands, right? To the university faculty. Unfortunately, it was very last minute, so we didn't get much student unions involved. There was also the literature one, but we were the geography union. We only represent like 500 people on a campus of 50,000. Literature has like the same amount, I think, but Jesus. What happened is we wrote a bunch of signs, like saying like the university faculty is complicit in the genocide of Palestinians. Our money is going towards genocide, and the university needs to cut ties with Seven Adams. So what are the problems in question? I will pause a bit. I just need to go. I'm gonna keep talking into this microphone. I just need to find what I have to sorry. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna send this to myself. I know it's black. I just have to get back to this. Perfect. And we're back here. Okay. So I had in my notes app. So October 6th, we had a documentary being projected, which was about the student campus in McGill, Concordia, NYU, and a lot of places. And we were told about the investments that the university faculty here at Université Laval has. First of all, what happens is we pay around $2,200 per semester that get invested in a common fund. And a lot of it is private. We don't know what's going on, but a bit of it is public, and we see actually what's going on. And it's about $300 million a year invested. First company is the Azrieli Foundation, which builds low rent housing for settlers in the West Bank. And they also exploit granite mines in the West Bank. That was $2.5 million invested in this company. There's also Sylvan Adams, who... So, there's this 100 Associates company, right? Associated to the University Laval. They are a philanthropy front. One of these guys, Sylvan Adams, gave $2 million to the International Studies faculty. And this guy is the CEO of Israel Premier Tech, or the owner of Israel Premier Tech, the cycling team. He is a very staunch Zionist. His father actively participated in the Nakba of 1948, genociding Palestinians by the dozens himself. And he donated his money specifically regarding like Middle Eastern studies and international studies. So there is a Zionist directly influencing international relations studies in this university with millions of dollars in funding that the faculty needs. How they don't see this as a conflict of interest is very obvious. The university itself is very in line with Zionist interests, and they support the state of Israel. The University Laval has also invested in BlackRock, General Dynamics, and Safran, a European company that builds drone bullets for Israeli companies, and Palantir. So, this is what our demands were. Like, the university needs to divest from these companies and break its ties with Sylvan Adams. Like, at least that was gonna make it so we're not ourselves complicit in the genocide of the Palestinian people by seeking a fucking education for ourselves in geography and literature, right? It's horrible. Horrible. Our money is being invested in genocide, and we benefit from it. I'm fucking angered that like we wrote these demands and we told people about these horrendous things the university was doing. And what happened is we were in the cafeteria in the Abitibi Price Pavilion, the forestry and geography building, with a banner. There were really defaming calls that were done by another student union. I'm not going to go into the details because it's pretty private, but the university, security, they are hiring private security agents, and it's called Service de Sécurité Protection et Prévention, sorry. So, Santé, Sécurité, Protection, or Service de Sécurité, Prévention, whatever. One of these fucking guys just came up to me. I was sitting on that fucking table with other people from the union with these fucking signs, and he says, "This is hate speech." And I start confronting him, filming him. I'm like, what is the hate speech in question? We're saying that the university is complicit in genocide, a factual thing. And he says, and he doesn't fucking say anything. He just says like, oh, you're violent. You are calling for violence against protected class. What the fuck is the protected class? Zionists? the bourgeois, and he just rips out our fucking sign. Of course, I just drew another and put it on the fucking billboards. And this guy just takes a picture of me with these signs and sends it to whoever the fuck. It was fucking disturbing. And the same night, on October 7th, we had a huge protest in front of one of the uni buildings. Why? Because the chef d'état-major canadien, let me translate it into English. I just know the position in French. So the chief of the defense staff of Canada, which is the second highest rank in the Canadian military, so someone who has participated in war crimes, by the way, and who is a staunch Zionist, was giving a talk that night to like philanthropists and other bourgeois people at the faculty under the great Brian Mulroney conferences, and we all know how big of a Zionist and war apologist and warmonger Brian Mulroney is. And so we protested this. During the whole presentation, we were going on a huge like array of chants, speeches, and we were about like 200 people there. It eventually became a bit of a bit less. What happened is there was a push for everyone to go inside the conference and threaten these people and ask them actually why the fuck they were doing there. Why do they support Zionism? What happened is like the security guards and the military police, they tried to push everyone away and they chased us out of the building, but they managed to come back 2 times. Like myself, what I was doing, I was outside the fucking. I didn't go in, mostly because I was identified as someone who was coming here for my student union, and I didn't have. Anyway, I should have gone in, bro. But anyway, I was told not to by someone else in the union. I just had a big ass Palestinian flag and a big ass. Actually, no, it wasn't a Palestinian flag. It was a big banner that said the university is complicit in these crimes against Palestine. And I stood there with these comrades with our big Palestinian flags and a big drops of blood, right? So we were right in front of the entrance because the police officers and the military police were trying to break through and actually like arrest everyone who was going into the building. And we just stood there blocking the entrance, and they tried to push us off, and we weren't fucking doing anything, just standing there with the banner. And then everyone went out. I don't know what happened there, but they locked everyone out, and they sent the chef d'état-major, the chief of defense, into an isolated room to protect her because, they didn't want their Zionist to be attacked by mean questions and words such as, why are you supporting the state of Israel committing a genocide in Palestine? Do you not see a problem with it? Do you feel good with yourself about this? Anyway, we then went to the other side and we started knocking on the door and locking everyone inside the fucking building and showing everyone inside the building with screaming like our fucking banners. And the police officers with their red hats, oh my god. These police officers in Quebec, right? They had thin blue line flags on their fucking badges. And they started taking pictures of me and my fucking comrades. And yeah. So none of our demands were met, and the strike ended up with nothing to show for it because there was no plan to escalate the means of pressure, because a lot of our student base is also very Zionist and is uncomfortable with any talk that denounces Israel. And it's something that I think is very shameful. We need to be more comfortable denouncing genocide. Like, how is this even an issue? They think that opposing Israel is too extreme. They think that socialism is too extreme. They think that any and all. So that's the fucking thing. I was involved in this student strike on October 7th, and it didn't lead anywhere. And the university just censored us and threatened us. These fucking conservative People are ghouls. Like, every time someone mentions the term genocide, they're like, oh, it's not a genocide. You can't say this. It's harsh language. Like, you're worried about harsh language describing a genocide. Okay. If it's not a genocide, let's talk about what the UN has recognized it as before calling it a genocide. Okay. Do you think that it's less bad to be convicted of crimes of extermination, ethnic cleansing, mass murder, fucking like torture, rape? You think these are less bad than genocide? It's so frustrating as Marxist-Leninists to constantly denounce genocide, to constantly denounce exploitation of the global south, and to constantly denounce the fucking US imperial policy, to denounce our governments who are complicit in genocide. We denounce genocide, we denounce exploitation, we denounce the most evil fucking shit in the world, and we are correct about predictions of what is going to happen. And then we get called extreme, or we get called red fascists, and we get called tankies. Is everyone else fucking blind? It's so fucking frustrating. Like, oh my fucking god.